Hey guys, Colin here, and this week we had another awesome episode of Gate. Had some amazing action scenes, some great plot moving forward, even some good character development. And we met a lot more characters now as well. We've now got the goth lolly, who is a bit of a psycho so far. And we've also got the little Maho Shoujo kind of chick. So our party is pretty much complete. The elf even woke up at one point. For like a very brief moment. Still, the party is complete now. We've got the 3 girls who are joining the SDF on their mission through the gate. And the characters are actually quite interesting. Maho Shoujo is quite straightforward. She's a smart, intelligent girl, as you'd expect. The goth lolly is nothing like I expected. Like, I guess I should have guessed from her outfit, but she acts very adult. Which is kind of creepy on a level. Like, I really don't think she looks like a child, even though they keep saying she looks like a child. Pretty much the only thing that make her look like a child is how short she is. But the fact that they keep saying that and then she keeps doing such sexual things is a bit odd to me. Still, she's kind of hot, not gonna lie. As I said, she doesn't look like a child at all to me. She looks like the typical anime girl kind of thing. You can never really tell anime characters' ages much. And so I'm with our secondary male character here. I'm jealous of the second lieutenant. God damn. That looked like a fun little scene he was having. The elf girl is still number 1 girl for me so far though. Like, seriously. When she woke up for some reason completely naked. Like, I know they cut her out of her clothes because they were wet. But I mean, I'm surprised they left her naked in the back of the truck that whole time. When she jumped out, god damn, that was nice. You can tell this is starting to be a ecchi anime. And I hope it doesn't go too much further into the ecchi, because this episode was about as much as it needs. I can understand if the lolly girl is just a sexual character. Like, if that's part of her personality, so be it. That doesn't seem to be anywhere near the Maho Shoujo's personality, but to be fair, we don't know anything about the elf yet. So she may be the same. But as long as they just don't push it in and just keep coming back to more and more ecchi, it should be fine. Because the storyline on this one is actually really good. I'm really liking how they're embracing the new cultures and shit. It's really cool. They've actually gone into a new world, and the new world is actually being explored rather than just overlooked for the characters or anything like that. It's really, I like it. I'm enjoying it, and I don't want that to be overshadowed by, oh look, who's 3 hot chicks, watch them bounce. That would be really annoying after everything so far. But the way they did it in this episode, where you just have 2 or 3 short scenes, isn't too bad. I can handle that. Okay, so, moving on to the characters. The goth lolly, her name is Rory, and that is really annoying to me. Because my little brother's name is Rory. I can't call her Rory, that makes it too creepy. And you can tell they only named her that because in Japanese, Rory is lolly. But then in that case, they should have just named her Lolly rather than Rory. Because, again, my little brother's name, really weird. Ugh. The Maho Shoujo girl I really liked. Her little bickering with her master was awesome. Her master's like the typical pervy old man kind of thing, but he's actually quite serious most of the time. He is basically Master Roshi, let's be honest here. It's a bit odd that there's a Master Roshi in this, but I'm not too surprised by it, judging by the designs of the girls. As I said, I'm just hoping it doesn't go any further down that kind of route. And I did like the Maho Shoujo's character. Like, she was very basic. She was very studious, very sweet, just trying to help people. And I like that. Very simple, but not really much else needed. And as I've said, we don't know anything about the elf yet. She could be just about any kind of character right now. I just like her design. Her design's awesome. Really awesome. Then we've got our main characters. Like, the army guys are actually having a lot of fun in this one. I am really liking the army guys. Our main guy is just super deadpan. He's a little bit too blank slatey. Like, I know he's supposed to be a blank slate for the audience to just kind of self-insert into. But it's going a bit far now. I mean, if he's really so into the whole fantasy setting and goth lollies and elves and all kinds of shit, then he wouldn't be acting this typical harem main character way of just not being interested in any of the girls that are actually doing stuff to him. Like, seriously, he would have been just like the best friend who never gets any shots anyway. Just like, oh my god, I want to do that, let me have a go. And yet he's not. And it's kind of grating when you think about it. He's just too self-insertish, and they have to stop him from getting anywhere with any of the girls, so that there's always an option for the other girls to win, and that always annoys me in harems. The fact that they're bringing that into this anime is annoying as well. Oh, maybe that's just me, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Is the main character getting to you, or is it fine that he's just so plain and just so nice in general? Anyway, the rest of this episode was amazing. They had to do like the big moving people out evacuation, and the army like really did their best to help out with this. Even though it took them a lot of effort, they managed to get as many people as they could out to safety. And that was cool. Like, it's nice to see the SDF helping out the little villagers. It's a bit weird, like it does feel a bit like, oh, the military's so cool kind of thing, when all of our main characters from the military are just so nice and typical anime protagonist kind of style. But, as I said, I don't mind it. It's not like they're just jumping out and saying, hey kids, go join the SDF, we're cool people. They're just using the SDF as a nice little main group of characters. So of course the main group of characters is going to be mostly nice and simple and average. So moving on to that dragon fight, that was awesome. And I'm really surprised our main guy didn't notice what the dragon's weakness was. Like, as soon as you saw the dragon, that arrow in his opposite eye stuck out like a sore thumb. They should have instantly been like, okay, we can't pierce his skin. But they managed to pierce his eye with a goddamn arrow, so let's take out his other eye and see how he does with no sight at all. Especially since he's a gamer, apparently. I mean, he plays crappy little games, but I'm sure he plays good games every now and then as well. So, yeah, that fight was still awesome. Not much happened in it, but the bits that were there were cool. Even if the CG was a bit laggy. Like, that's the one thing I can't stand in CG. If it looks a bit odd, it's not too bad for me. If it lags while the monsters and creatures and 3D environments are moving, that's just really annoying to me. Make your shit fluid if you're going to use CG. So yeah, that got to me quite a bit. There were only a few seconds where it was really lagging and kind of jittery, but still it annoyed me. Ugh. Render your shit properly, man. God damn. So, enjoyed the hell out of this episode. There were a few bits that annoyed me, as I said. I've gone through them all now. The ecchi, the dragon CG, the main character being a bit too blank. Other than that, I'm still loving the hell out of this anime. So this episode was great for me. I'm liking the girls, even though I am still now, again, worried that they're going to affect the story a little bit with the way that Rory's been acting already, and the other two, like... Well, the Mahou Shoujo hasn't done anything yet, but the elf's been pretty naked and pretty shamelessly used already. But I'm hoping that won't get too bad. Let me know what you thought of this episode and how you think this anime is going to go down in the comment section below. Like if you enjoyed this review, and subscribe if you haven't to see more. And I will see you guys next time.